Hi there. I just wanted to share this project with you guys. This is my visiting teaching project for January. This is my handout that I will hand some of the ladies in my neighborhood who go to church with me. I will be making 4 altogether because I'll be making 1 for each lady that we visit and then 1 for my partner, my visiting teaching partner that goes with me. So, okay, so here is the little project. Let me show it to you first. Okay, so first of all, I'll show you the quote. So you always take an uplifting message, and this is the message that I chose. One of God's greatest gifts to us is the joy of trying again, for no failure ever need be final. And that's by Thomas S. Monson. I think that is such a great quote because I totally agree. It's so nice to know that if you make a mistake, either small or big, you've always got a chance to make it better. You've always got a chance to try again. If you're horrible at something in your life, whether it be a talent or a habit or whatever, it doesn't need to stay bad. You can change it and get better at it. And I think that's a great message. So I played up the word joy, because I thought, how fun would it be to give them an almond joy? And I used that again, decorating this. This is called the double pocket card die, and you can see why, because there are 2 little pockets in this. This is all one piece. So let me show you how I made it. So first of all, I used this paper. Let me take it out of here so it won't be quite so shiny. And I know my light's really shiny, and I'm sorry. I will get better at this, I hope. I'm learning. See, the joy, the greatest joy in life is that I can learn how to do it right. Okay, so here is the paper pack that I used. It's the Designer's Choice Prints paper pack. All of these papers have 2 sides. So the one on top and the one right beneath it coordinate. This is the front, this is the back. This is the front, this is the back, this is the front, so on. So these are the ones I used. Let's bring back my little sample. I used this one, and look how pretty that gray is for the back. And then for the tag, I used this one, and then this is on the back, and I'll show you how that worked. So this top is vellum, and I printed. I didn't stamp. I printed this message. There's the one side. There's the other. So yeah, there's a good point. I have never been a huge stamper, and so I've never joined any company, never really bought a lot of stamps because, like I said, I'm not a huge stamper, and I do love all different kinds of crafts. This is my fun thing. I love this so much. I love giving people little things like this. So, kind of like this. This is the only stamp on this entire thing. Kind of like this, though, that's kind of how I've always used stamps, is just a little bit. And then just done other stuff. So anyway, I have to say, though, now that I have been stamping, I'm kind of fallen in love with it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know exactly what I mean. Let me show you how I made this, and just bear with me because I don't know how to make these videos, and I really want to share with you, but I'm really inexperienced, so sorry if it's obnoxious. So here is this is really shiny on here, so I'm just going to take it out of the package. Here is the die set I used. This is called the double pocket card. And, okay, so I have a little bit of OCD, and that is going to drive me nuts. Okay, so here's our die. I don't know if you can see how big it is. Here's a piece of paper. Can you see that paper? It is bigger than a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So this is a big die, and we have our Journey Platinum machine is big enough to cut it. It is an 8-inch wide die. or die machine. So you can put big dies in there. It's awesome. That's one of the things that sold me on this whole company was their die machine. It's fantastic. So I went ahead and I cut some of those out. Like I said, I'm making 3 more of those. So this is what I used. And as you can see, that beautiful gray on the back. This is my favorite type of paper. The ones that are like a one color, like you would say this is gray, but there's lots of different colors. It's monochromatic. I love that. I think that's so pretty. So this is what I used. I'll put these ones aside. So I cut that out. And then if you can see, all these fun little things go with it. And then these come with the double pocket die, but then they also have these available if you want to buy them, which I did because I think these are really fun. So, and I just stuck them on. Honestly, this is just a dryer event cover that I got at Home Depot, but I have since found out that they actually sell these magnetic sheets. I don't know price-wise which is better, but these seem to work great. I used this little embellishment, the little zigzag lines. You can probably see it better against the black. And I used this one. I thought this one was cute, how it kind of, let's see, where's my example? How it's kind of uneven and swooshes. And this is such a geographic kind of sharp shapes and pattern. And I thought that soft pattern would be pretty with all the jagged, just a little bit of soft. So that's what I used. And let's see, those pieces are right here. This one and this one. This is probably going to be the longest video you've ever seen because I'm going to show you things you don't even need to see. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so if you can see that, you can see it against the gray. Those are my little pieces. So the first thing you want to do is you want to fold everything. Now the die, after it cuts everything out, or while it cuts everything out, it also makes score lines where you fold it. I don't know if you can see that or not on camera, but it's probably easier to see on these ones. There's a score line across there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold everything. So you could use it this way, so the gray was on the front, but I like this little pattern, so I'm folding it this way. So what I do is I first fold everything, and see how great it is? It folds so easily. So I just hand fold it first, so I know where everything is. And then I go along and I take my, what is this called? Crease tool. And I just press all those folds so that it's nice and clean and looks really pretty. So look at that, how nice that is. Okay, but I did it wrong. Hang on, let's see, it goes like this. These ones go this way. And that goes that way. No big deal, just refold. So those ones go up because it's awesome and everything's hidden and it looks nice and tidy. Okay, so there we go. And then with these ones, just fold with the thicker cardstock. They're both cardstock, but this cardstock's a lot thicker than that one. So I'm just a little more careful with that because I want to make sure it folds in just the right place. So anyway, so there's that one. Same thing with this. Just kind of gently urge it in the direction you want it to go. Okay. And then we're done. Good, good, good. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this stuff is, okay, look at this. These guys are so generous. So look at all of this, what do they call it? I really should know this. Anyway, whatever. It's their sticky tape. But this is like half used already. It comes in the hugest roll. I was absolutely shocked. So let's see. I am going to rip off piece big enough to fit on here. So what it's going to do is when you get this all folded up, how does it fold up? Hang on, this way. These just slide right in. See how that slides in? So those slide right in and stick to it. So what I want to do is put my tape on that inside. And this tape's really nice because you can just tear it. It's really easy to tear. So I stick that on. You don't want it any longer than it needs to be. And then this is a really good thing. I take this. This is our bloom tool, and it's got several different pieces that can go in these ends. They're stored inside. How do I? I'm not even going to try because I probably put it on way too tight. But yes, I have things stored inside that are different pieces, but this one is the one I use the most. And this is really good with this tape because you can push it down and make it really secure. And then look, you just wiggle the thing underneath that top layer and look how easily that comes out. So good. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and this is the easiest way. I center these, or make them match them up with the corners. They match up with those nice rounded corners. Hang on, I'm doing it wrong. Don't. Unstick. Come on. Because I want this in the front. So flip it over. So line up these corners, these rounded corners with these rounded corners. And when you like it and you feel like it's straight, then just push it down. And look how nice that is. And a lot of times I'll go in with my crease tool when I tape something or glue something and just kind of go over it. It makes me feel good. I don't know if it's necessary though. Okay, so now we want to do this one. So same thing. We put the, I think it's called Journey Tape. I think that's what it's called. And again, I've got a little extra right there that I don't want. So, okay. And you take it and you burnish it with this bloom tool and then just wiggle it underneath those two layers. And look at that. So easy. Love, love, love that. Okay. So this one again, see that round corner? That will match up with this round corner. So it's really easy to get it even. Plus it sits right on top of that ledge. Okay. So there that is. And then honestly, I use their craft glue because I think out of everything, craft glue tends to stick the best. And since in this, there's pressure with this round object in there pushing, I don't want it to pop open at the seams. I've had that happen before when I've made things and learned the hard way. So, okay, so we want both of these tabs to have some glue. And this glue is so strong. It will hold paper like you would not believe. So anytime you need it to really hold well, first thing I run to is the glue. And of course there are some things that the glue doesn't work the best on. Other things are better, but we have them all, so you're covered. Okay, so now let's do these flaps. Okay. And then just push that down. Look how cute that is. I just love it. I just think it's so fun and cute. Okay, so there's our basic pocket, card, whatever you want to call it. So now let's work on the tag. I'll show you how I did the tag. What I did was I cut the pattern paper from, let me show you the die that I use. And again, if you have a die tag, use your die tag. But this is the die tag that I have that's Fun Stamper's Journey. And this is called a steel rule die. Let me bring the other one back. This is just a thin die and is just a thin piece of metal, and they work great. These ones are heavy duty. I cut all 4 of these in one go. I just folded up my paper and did it all in one shot because these ones are just tough. Underneath all this foam is the dye. Like you can, I don't know if you can see it through there. You can kind of feel it. Anyway, it's in there. And so I cut one of these per little gift, one of these, and I cut one out of vellum. And I actually cut them before I printed them. I did a couple of things, and this worked the best. So how I did it is, this is the page that I printed. I cut the vellum, and then I took the runner, the tape runner, and I just put a little at the top and a little at the bottom, and I attached the vellum tag over here, over these where I wanted them, and then I ran it through the printer again, and I knew exactly where it would print, and it did. It printed right where I wanted it. Then I just pulled them all off and then just rubbed the adhesive off. So that's how I did that, and that's how I got it on the tag how I wanted it. Okay, so in order to attach these two, I'm going to try to speed this up. I'm sorry. I feel like it's taking forever. Okay, so I took a piece of our Special Day organza ribbon, and this is 5/8 of an inch thick, which is a nice size. And I did Beach Breeze thread. It's like a twine. And so you saw how I just threaded it through, but I didn't tie it because I'm going to tie it. Hang on, I want to make sure this is nice and flat. Okay, so instead of tying with the organza, I take the twine and just tie a bow and secure that in. It just makes it nice. And sometimes, you know, when you're trying to tie a bow onto a hole, it's hard because you have to be really careful not to tear the paper. And then just play with the bow until you like it. And again, use what you have. If you don't have these, fine. If you want them, you can get them from me. But if you want to use what you have, use what you have. Okay, so there's our tag. Easy, right? So there's our tag. We will put our tag in our little... And I wanted it to kind of be to the side so that the candy bar shows. So I'm going to put the candy bar in last because it's hard to work on a round surface. Okay, so let's now go to, let's see, let's do our flower. So our flower actually was cut out of, I thought this kind of looked like a flower. It's actually called Treat Label. Again, it gets really shiny with my lights, so let me just pull it out. Look at all those. This is so fun. And so you can use this for a lot of different things. But to me, like I said, I thought it looked kind of like a flower, and it looked, I wanted to do a flower on here that wasn't really detailed, that was just kind of simple and soft and loose, again, because the background is so definitely sharp edges and definite. And so I took 3 of these, 3 different sizes, and cut them to make 3 different layers of flowers. And so once I got them cut out, oh, my glue's kind of going crazy there. Once I got them cut out, I took them and I wanted them to kind of be raised and have some texture to them and some definition and what is the word I'm looking for? Like different levels. I can't think of the word. Anyway, so what I do is I take it in the palm of my hand and I take this tool. There's 3 sizes of this little ball on the end of a stick, and they're in here. And if I can ever get it open again because I closed it way too tight. Okay, there we go. Maybe they're not in here. I think they are. No, maybe they're not. I must have put them somewhere else. Well, let's hope I can find them. But you can store them in here. Anyway, there's 3 different sizes. This is the biggest one. And so what I did is I took this and I put it in the palm of my hand. And you could use, like if you have something spongy like oh, like a mouse pad or something, that consistency, you can use that. Anyway, you just start rubbing. And as you do this, it'll break the fibers down that are in the paper. And see how it starts to raise and curl. And you just do that as long as you want. Make it as curly as you want. I didn't do it a ton. I did it about that much because I didn't want a ton of texture. I just wanted it subtle. So I did that with all 3 pieces. And then I glued, just put a dot of glue, and hooked those together. So that's my flower. And then I took these are the cutest. These little, they're called Forever Heart Chips. And they're just all these little wooden, look how fun. And so I just picked this little heart out of there. And I'll show you what I did. I took it and I took the whipped cream. That is our kind of opaque. It's different than our other inks. It's more opaque and thicker. Anyway, and so I put the heart on that and then just pushed it down into the ink pad with this tool. Actually, I like this side. And then just picked it up. Look how cute. So there it is, nice and white and cute. I'm going to do it one more time because I kind of scratched some off. Okay. Cute. And okay, I just noticed that my phone froze because because it's getting low on power. So I'm going to do that again real quick just in case I didn't get that on film. So you put it on your ink pad and then just take something and push it into the ink pad so that you get everything covered. Then it's just cute and white. Okay, and then the next thing is, this is called Journey Glaze, and this is so awesome. It's this clear, fast-drying glaze. Make sure it's gonna come out. Yeah, it dries really fast, and so sometimes it plugs up, but I just open it up with a pin. So this is what's fun about it, and you guys have probably used stuff like this before, but you can put it on and put on a whole layer of it. And no, I didn't let my ink dry first, and it seems to be fine. So look how cute that is. It makes this whole shiny covering on it. And then I took some of our sparkle cuts. This is something I haven't even bought yet, but I had some left over from some of the projects from my bloom box that I get every month. Okay, so I just put my sparkle cuts, is what it's called, on there. Look how cute. It's just so cute. Okay, so we'll move those out of the way because I'm going to save them again. Okay, so I took that. Am I still on camera? I'm kind of pull those on. And then I stuck that in the middle of my flower. Okay, so the only thing left for the flower is this little joy. And I'll just show you quickly what I did. This is a stamp set, and a ton of our stamp sets come with dies. And so this one, you can order them separately or you can order them in a bundle. And so I stamped the joy. Where is it? There's the stamp. I stamped the word joy. And what did I use? I used the Riverstone. It's this really pretty gray ink. And then I put it through my Journey Platinum cutter and cut out the word. And isn't that nice? Just nice and cut out like that. I love, love, love it. So then I took that, and honestly, I just kind of held it on the flower, and the places that touched the word, I just took my craft glue and put a dot of glue and sat it on my flower. So that's how I did the flower. So you're done. So after that, the only thing left to do is put in your Almond Joy, and I made sure that the word joy was showing, because again, joy is what I wanted to emphasize. Joy, joy, and then joy. And I just love that, because I think for the new year especially, because sometimes you feel like every year you're making the same goals over and over again. At least I do, because I am. Every year I'm like, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to exercise every day. I've got all these goals. And then every year it seems like I'm setting the same ones over and over again. So I can still feel joy that I'm able to make those resolutions every year and keep trying to better myself, even after maybe not a great go of it. But anyway, that is my project. It was really fun to do, and I can't wait to give these to the ladies and give them their little message and show them some love. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.